If you have watched my previous videos, first of all, thank you, and second, you might be a little disappointed. Or maybe not. I mean, you can decide by the end of this video. But if this is your first time watching me, let me give you some context before we start. A few months ago, I had this absolutely delusional idea that I'm gonna learn hacking from scratch all by myself without spending any money on it. And the cherry on top, I decided to make videos about it as well. But that's not where I stopped. No. Since my delusion wasn't strong enough, I thought, learning hacking from scratch? Nah, that's too easy. I'm gonna learn it in 2 months. So, why am I talking about all of this again? Well, my dear friends, it's officially been 2 months, and the question is, can I finally call myself a hacker? No. But before you judge me though, let me explain. When I started learning, I was full of excitement. I thought, easy peasy, I will study day and night. I learned how computers work, then basic networking, then operating system, then I'll do a hacking course, and yeah, it wasn't a plan, it was just a dream. But I didn't know this at that time. So, according to my plan, for the first few weeks, I was so locked in that it was basically just me and my computer. We were having the time of our lives. Except for my eyes, they were on fire. And after about 2 weeks, I ended up with this severe headache and shoulder pain. And believe me, it was really bad. Turns out, sitting in front of a computer all day like a shrimp is not exactly a healthy lifestyle. But how was I supposed to know this? That instruction wasn't in my perfect plan. Anyway, it took me almost 2 weeks to recover, and when I finally sat down to study again, I realized I had forgotten half of the stuff I had learned, which was not a very fun discovery. But thank God I am stubborn as hell, so the thought of giving up didn't even cross my mind. And then I did what a person with 2 brain cells would do. I made a new plan, a flexible one. Now my deadline is not 2 months or 3 months, but a solid 6 months, which I think is a fair amount of time. I study for 3-4 hours a day. Sometimes I even skip a day or two, and surprisingly, it's effective. I am learning more this way. And the best part is I can manage my other hobbies as well, and I don't feel burnout. So yeah, my plan failed, but I didn't. And honestly, I think that's a better outcome anyway. Because a few months ago, I knew nothing about Linux. Now using it feels completely normal. I have learned about so many tools. I understand what's happening behind the scenes, and I consider that progress. Looking back at these last 2 months, I think the biggest lesson I learned that you can be delusional when setting your goals, but you can't be delusional while working for them. That's it from me. I'll see you in the next one.